Oh, we say 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back.
No.
No, what?
3, 2, 1. 3,
Do you want me to say it? You say it.
3, 2, 1.
We're back. Hi guys, welcome back
everyone.
to the Labs and Lives podcast.
We're finally back.
Yeah, again. Third time lucky.
Third time lucky. Yeah. We have a new venue.
We have a new venue. It's beautiful. Bulletproof Studios.
Mhm.
Thanks, boys.
Took me 45 minutes to get here. Not really ideal.
Maybe it won't be like that every morning.
I know. I think it's just because we came at 9.
Yeah, not great. Yeah, so this will be season 3, and our plan is for this is that we're going to run it for 6 weeks, but we'll do more than 6 episodes within that time. It just works better for us because we're so busy, and like committing like every Wednesday morning isn't really feasible for like a long period of time. And in saying that, we have been busy.
We have been
Even though we've not been on a podcast, we have been busy, obviously working, training.
working. We've ran our second Laughs and Lifts event,
Mhm.
which was a huge success.
It
I was actually thinking about this
well
last
proud
night.
of us, can I just say?
I know.
So proud of us.
I know, because last night I was lying in my bed and I was thinking what we're going to chat about tomorrow on the podcast, and I thought we'll probably talk about the event, and we done really well, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it,
Yeah.
and we had a great day.
Mate, can I just say, did you realise how many people that had never done, see obviously there was loads of beginners for like Olympic lifting. There was like 6 girls that had never lifted, like done cleans before.
Yeah.
They'd all like obviously learned them on the day, and the one of the girls got 65 kilogram.
Yeah,
I
the
was
girls
like,
were amazing.
I was like, fucking hell.
I know, they were so good, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it, didn't
Yeah,
they?
it was class.
What's my favourite thing about them is it's all been so organic. This is what I was thinking about last night.
What do you mean?
As
like,
in the way that it's all came about. Like, we just thought this will be fun to have a day
oh
with
yeah,
loads of people who
Uh-huh.
like fitness, are experienced, are complete beginners, like just people who want to turn up, have a good time, learn a bit, and be like supportive of themselves and of each other.
yeah,
And then obviously we've just kind of put together like bits that we would like if we were going to something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the full thing has just happened so naturally. And a few people have said to me like, oh, is there not so much planning involved in that? And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, there is loads of planning, but it just happens. I don't
it
know.
was
Like,
weird
we've
because
just
I feel
done
like
it.
we talk about like we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then obviously we have other people involved, so we do count on other people.
Yeah.
Obviously showing up and doing X, Y, and Z, but like I feel like the last the 2 weeks before it is when it's like, right, we need to make sure all this stuff is all like squared away and stuff like that, which is
Yeah.
fine. But I was so nervous for that one. See, when I was getting changed upstairs, I was like, oh my god, because all the girls were coming in, and I went upstairs to like, get changed, and like the girls were coming in through the door, and I was like, go through there, like you're fine. And I was just like, why is there so many people here?
Yeah, so for anyone who
Like 50
wasn't
people,
there,
or sorry, 45 people.
yeah,
Like on paper might not seem like a lot,
It's a
but
lot
when
of
you have
faces.
45 people like in one room for you, like for
Yeah,
us, like it's
yeah.
like it's a bit weird.
yeah, for anyone who's not been to one of the events or at the gym, so we host them at Base Fitness and CrossFit, and there's like, it's a huge gym, it's like a big massive unit, but there's like an office outside it, like a kind of reception area, but it's glass doors, so we were just standing staring through the window, just like fuck, like I'm saying to Heather,
Everyone's
like
like waving at us, and we're like,
I was like, you need to go in and say hi, like I'm too scared, I'm too nervous.
it's just so funny because we both coach like
I
so
know.
many people and like do group.
I know.
Do group
I think
coaching
a
and
lot of that
classes.
though, like those feelings for us comes from feelings of like appreciation
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
grateful.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we are so grateful that people want to turn up and want to like spend their time, spend their money, like coming to like be coached off of us and like
Yeah.
have this day. And
It's such a good time. Like
Yeah.
so many people were like after it were like, I'm so hyped up for training. Like I wasn't really feeling it. Like
Yeah.
I can't believe I've been able to lift so heavy and do X, Y, and Z, and I've met such and such and like made pals, and people have came with their friends, and like some like just speaking to people and like knowing that it's just had like a positive effect on them, even for a few days. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to. It's obviously it changes things for people, and I don't know. Just
it was great. So on that note, our next event is what, 24th of March?
24th.
It's a Sunday.
Of March.
We've changed to Sunday
Yep.
for good reason, which will all be revealed very soon. But if you would
But
like to come
also-
along, link is in our bio.
Yeah. But also Sundays are a little bit easier for folk.
Yeah.
Less
Less social events.
social events. Childcare might be a little bit better for some folk.
And you will also need the full day.
Yep. And we can start it earlier as well.
I mean,
which is
you
a
can
lot better.
obviously come and jump in and out of it, but if you want to get the most out of it, you need
the full
the
day.
full day.
Yeah.
Enough on that.
Yeah, enough on that, God's sake.
So Heather,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a while. What's been happening with your life?
Yeah, I talk to you every day, you know what's happening.
I know, but you don't talk to the
Oh,
don't talk to the
it's
listeners.
Valentine's Day today.
Happy Valentine's
Happy Valentine's. Have you got one?
Day. No.
Not either.
Fuck Valentine's Day. Shite.
You're my Valentine's.
Yeah, you are my Valentine. We're going out on Saturday night.
Yeah,
for
we are.
Valentine's dinner.
You're going out on Saturday. That's all
Oh,
right.
see, to be honest, even when I've actually had boyfriends, Valentine's Day is just not really my jam. It gives me major ick. That makes my toes, it makes every crevice in my body cuddle up.
Do you know what I hate the most about it? See when folk are getting each other like all these extravagant gifts. No. See when people post it on Instagram like, he done well. Shut up.
I know, like actually
like,
shut the fuck
The
up.
boy done good. Or like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no, don't know how this one puts up with me.
Yeah, no, don't. I hate
I'm
it.
like, neither yeah.
Happy Valentine's to my gal.
But yeah,
Yeah,
when you've had boyfriends, any boyfriends on the go right now?
absolutely not. What about you?
Nah, me neither. Just situationships.
Maybe we should have a full
Nah,
episode on
Nah.
situationships.
Kidding on. Totally kidding on. I just can't, we don't have time for boyfriends.
No. Do you know what? I was actually
Actual-
talking to my mum about this yesterday
Uh-huh.
because my mum tells me that I'm nasty to boys because I'm so heartless and just dry. And I'm like, look, mum, I'm not, right? But you're still stuck in this old-fashioned mindset of like, because she was going like this, I mean, it's nice to have a wee pal. It's nice to have a pal. And I was like,
pal?
I've got hundreds of pals. I don't need a pal with a dick. Like, I just don't like, I was like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
difference is that going to make to my
Yeah.
life? I was like, I am so busy. Like, life is literally crammed, like crammed. And I also think when you are so busy, that time being by yourself,
It's so
like I lie in bed at night and I think, thank God nobody's lying beside me right now because
Yeah.
I'm just here in my peace and I'm just
I really,
like,
that time on your own, you really value it.
yeah,
Like, so
totally.
just being able to chill out, not speak to anyone, or like, I don't know.
Yeah,
The relationships or like the relationships I have with people that are currently in my life are easy,
Yeah.
and I'm like kind of happy with them all, and
Yeah.
like I don't feel there's no pressure, everything's just chill, which is fine,
I also,
and I like it that way, and I'm like
Yeah.
that there's no, even like our relationship like is so fucking easy,
yeah,
which
we're never on each other's back.
nah,
We're never,
it's just easy.
you've not texted me,
And-
I've not spoke to you, we've not seen each, it's just like, it's very, I've used this word twice,
Do you want to know why?
organic.
Do you want to know why? Because
Why?
we're secure,
Yeah,
Our
I
relationship's
guess.
secure.
Yeah,
and that's what we need
yeah.
with a guy if that ever happens again.
Yeah, I think as well, and I was trying to explain this to my mum and she couldn't understand it, but when you've came from a place where at one point you were very dependent on another person, and like it's happened to me a few times, like I'm sure you'll be the same, and we've obviously both got like ex-boyfriends and stuff, and you really depend on that person being there, like whether that's just like, I remember there was a time in my life like I couldn't sit by myself, I had to be with somebody, like if
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be with my boyfriend, I had to be with a friend or my mum or my sister. I had to be doing something, I had to be with somebody, and then that's happened in like situationships as well for me, where I've been seeing somebody or we've maybe not been quite going out with each other, but we've been like spending time with each other, and when I'm not with them, like I really struggle, and it's such a horrible place to be. I think like I never ever want to be back at that point, but then you do loads of work on yourself and you become super comfortable and super happy being by yourself. So I think there's definitely a part of both of us probably, that's like, well, you don't want to go back to that
that old
of
way.
like because it's so
we,
easy to do that, and I'm sure so many girls and
oh,
boys probably
mate, we
all
know
feel the
so
same.
many girls. I know, so like
I fucking love a Friday night. I come home from the gym, I have a bath, I put a face mask on, I read a book, I like shrivel up in the bath like a prawn, and then I come out and I just go to my bed, and it's the best thing ever. I would like not have been able to do that.
Nah, just what you're talking about there, about that, like being independent and stuff. I remember, like, in my last and only relationship I've ever actually been in, there was our last year of a relationship. That was when my skin was really bad and I was in a terrible place, and I was so dependent on him, like, because I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't confident. I was just a completely different person to what I was now. But I clung to him like social events. I was like, "Where's Ben?" Because he was like my safety net. Like, I needed him because he did like help me a lot. Do you know what I mean? Through that time. But it got to a point where it was like I couldn't function without that him, and I was like, I can't be like this. Like, this is bad. And see, when I noticed that about myself, my skin also started to get better as well. When I noticed about that, when I noticed that about myself, I actually took a step back and was like, I need to work on myself. I read this book called Warrior Goddess Training, and I swear to God, it like you done training where like it was all about mindset and like how to become your own self and be a confident woman and stuff like that. And then, funnily enough, I didn't take a step back from the relationship, but like I just started to do things for myself and was like, I don't actually need him to be there for when I want to do X, Y, and Z. And then he actually thought that I wasn't in love with him anymore, or like he thought there was something wrong, or like he was like, you're being weird and whatever, because I wasn't clingy anymore. And I was like, nah, I'm just like, I've got my own life and you've got your own life. And he just didn't like it. And it caused like a bit of a divide. And I was just like, well, I'm now growing and I'm going through like this growth, and he wasn't on board with it, and that kind of like created this kind of, and I think that happens I've seen this happen a lot recently with girls that like start the gym, become more confident, they kind of like
they better themselves,
and their partner's not better than themselves either, and it creates this divide, and then they're on this different path, which is totally fine. And like if you grow and you grow apart, that's what happens. But like if someone's growing and it's in a more positive manner, and the other person's like just kind of a bit stagnant, like either sort your shit out and like jump on the bandwagon, or see you later, pal.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to a friend like just about like all boys and all that chat, and she actually said something so interesting, and she said, because again I was getting a hard time for being too harsh and being picky and all that sort of stuff, and she was like, look, Ailey, should I say this right? Basically, a female can like learn to love somebody, like a female can learn to love a male, and there's maybe things at the start that you don't really like, but you'll overlook them and you'll actually love those things about them. But a guy that can't, like men like actually don't have the emotional capacity to do that. Like it's just the way that we're wired up different. Like how a man loves you at the start, that's like max love. Like that's how much they're going to love you. And I don't know how true it is, but it also kind of makes sense. Like if you think about it, like how many times have you started to speak to somebody and been like, oh God, I hate X, Y, and Z, but then like 2 months down the line they're being a total prick and you like love the things that you hated about them. Like how does that happen? Also, it's like guys are pure so hot at the start and then totally cool off, whereas I think girls are quite cold at the start and like heat up a bit, and then that's when it all fucks up because you like do this like cross where you just cross right past each other.
There's also another thing that talks about how guys, oh God, it was when you were saying there about like girls warm up to it and guys how they love you at the start is like how they love you forever. And there's another thing, it's like if it's not the right time for a guy, like it's just not it. Like you could be there and he'll not pick you unless it's the right time for him. Like guys will just, and it was like a thing, and it was talking about like if you're just there around the time that he's looking for something and you're the one, like it'll just be it. Whereas girls kind of search. We kind of like file through and we're like, could they be?
Yeah.
Have they got good attributes for X, Y, and Z and whatever? Whereas guys are just a bit like, oh, it's time.
Yeah.
She'll
Let's
do.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually,
I'll make this work.
yeah, I'll make it work. I actually, no naming names because we've made that a rule. But like, I spoke to a guy about this and he said, he's done that with his, you know, like he's like, I'm not.
Fuck that.
I was like, I don't know. Like,
Wedding
how I
speech.
feel about this.
She just actually happened to be the right
Well,
time.
he was like, he was a bit like, there's nothing wrong with, like, she's kind of like it, and I was like, I don't really know if I like how you're speaking about this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just a bit like, I don't know. I'm like, do all guys think like that, or is that like a thing? I don't know. We'll maybe need to get a guy on to talk about
I
it.
know, guys are just, I think they're just wired up so differently.
Yeah, totally different. But I think no, this is funny. I think guys, because me and you can be quite heartless. Not heartless, but whereas, like you said, a bit nasty.
I'm fucking cold. Like, my heart is actually ice.
Like, just a bit like brush them up, like brush things off, like brush guys off or whatever. And I think sometimes guys think girls are so emotional.
Yeah. I wish I was.
Like, no,
I wish there was more emotion running through my
like,
body, but there's just not.
No, but like they genuinely think like, if you sleep
I think
with them,
guys think they're going to fall, like you're going to
fall for you. I'm like, calm down, pal.
I'm like, you fucking
calm
wish.
the fuck down.
I know. Do you know what I've actually realised as well? Like, in the whole like dating scene, like I hadn't really, obviously, because my last relationship was like 4.5 years. So obviously, since I was an adult, I would say I had never really been on the dating scene /
This is so
chatting
funny.
around.
We've had a very similar experience with this because I was the exact same.
So then I think obviously I was a bit like, fucking hell, my eyes were definitely opened. But I also think you learn so much about yourself.
Oh,
and
totally.
what you like and what you don't like. And I came to the conclusion that I fucking hate being impressed. Like, see when people are like trying to say things or do things that they know are going to like, or they think are going to
like, I love country music. You're like, nah,
like, do you know what?
Name one tune.
I actually love CrossFit. I'm like,
no, you don't.
You don't know. Like, you actually don't. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, stupid shit like that. Like, they know that you're into it, and then suddenly they're like, if you're really, I hate it. I actually, or see, even like if you're going on a date with somebody, right? This could be controversial, but we always say this: you need to know somebody as a friend. They need to be your pal to like be able to develop these like.
Although I've said this only after a relationship and trying to date people, then I said that and I was like, that's not that this doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Yeah.
So like for me, like you're going on a date with somebody, so you kind of know them but like not that well, you're going out for like a fancy meal or like something like that, that just fills me with pure dread and anxiety, because one, I'm not even thinking about actually going on the date with them. I'm thinking, where the fuck are we going? What am I going to wear? What am I going to eat? What if something terrible happens? Like, what if my dinner comes and I've got raw chicken on my plate? Like, I can't be sending that back. Like, I'm going to need to
eat that.
Suck it up and just eat that, because I'd be too embarrassed to send it back. What if I drop my fork? What if I spill a drink? Like, there's so much running through my head that I can't even concentrate on the actual date, being with the actual person. And I'm definitely not my authentic self if I'm in that situation. So I'm like, what the fuck is the point in that? And that is all just a total like charade of trying to impress somebody, I think. Like, that's not actually because anybody's like, oh, I love going out for this meal with this person. That's just one person trying to impress, and like I just, it's not for me. Like, if we're going to potentially date each other, let's just hang about with each other. Let's just be in each other's natural environments. Let's just see how we get on, and that's plenty. And then I think, like, if you're like 2-3 months down the line and things are going well, go out for a nice dinner, go out for a nice meal, like go to Edinburgh for the day, go and do something
as individuals a little bit more.
But like, let's not do that at the start, because it's just fucking weird.
Mate, I totally agree. Like, after my last relationship, I was like heartbroken, even though it was like me that instigated finishing. But like for like 6 months, I didn't even speak to a boy. And then after that, when I did, I was just like, it was weird. But in that time, in that like the year and a half after, when I was speaking to other people, it really, like you said, like it makes you realise some things, like what you've been missing out on. I remember the first guy I spoke to, like he was so fucking nice, and I was like, oh my god, he's such a gentleman. And I was like, this is a bare minimum. But I'm like, my ex was in comparison, fucking horrible to like how people were speaking to me now.
Yeah.
Which is mad because he wasn't horrible, but like the way, like the in comparison, it was just not to compare. But the whole being not authentic thing on first dates, I just think it's so fake. I'm so like awkward as well.
Yeah, same.
And I'm not a confident person, and I'm also not awkward. But in that environment, like I'm just like, me dressed.
It's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable. Like I would rather just be someone's friend first because all my friends know me the best.
Yeah.
Like whether they're guys or girls, like they know me so well.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go out with someone, you're going to need to know me in that sense as well. And if things like progress romantically,
then great.
and there's a wee bit of sexual tension, then fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in agreement. So to conclude,
To conclude, we're
still single. We're both
single.
still single.
So don't take any of our advice. 'Cause
And we
still-
both hate being impressed and
When did
chase
you- how long-
red
when
ass
did-
flag.
Oh, I love
Love a red flag.
Love a wee red flag. Love a wee amber one.
Oh man,
What was I about to say? Oh, how long ago have you?
that's me being single over
finished?
a year now.
4.
So you were away doing a bit of gallivanting over
Oh,
Christmas and New Year.
was.
Tell us.
Yeah, I've actually always wanted to go on a long holiday for like a long, like ideally it would have been a longer than that.
But you fucked your passport up.
It's another story. I'll end with that one. But yeah, I was away 6.5 weeks or something like
Too long.
that. Yeah, I didn't want to leave you, but yeah, I went to Bali for 3 weeks, and then I went to Australia as well, and then I did want to prolong the trip because I could, and then I ended up flying back to Bali, and then getting stuck there because apparently your passport expires. Is that like?
See, to be fair, I didn't know that.
No, well, exactly.
And I said to my mum, and my mum went, "Are you just kidding me on? Obviously your passport expires 6 months." And I was like, okay, well, can we remember it's Heather that's stuck in Australia and not me?
Everyone had the same reaction. Like, how did you not know that? How did you not know that? I was like, well,
It's fucking stupid.
Why would I know that? One, it's also a new rule as well. And it's 3 months in some countries in Europe. So I was like, well, anyway. So Bali, unreal, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously you've been as well.
Yeah.
But just a different way of life.
Mhm.
See, just being able to like wake up in the morning, like jumped out on the beach, surf, come back home, do a bit of work, like go to the gym, train, like, and everyone there is just like, everyone's taking care of themselves. Like everyone is, even if people are like going out partying or whatever, like everyone's still got that kind of mindset of like, we'll have fun, but we'll also take care of ourselves, which I love. They don't take the piss. And then Australia, I don't know, like people are like, oh, would you move to Australia? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I think Australia is just that wee bit too far away.
So a wee bit
Like,
too far away from home. I feel like family and friends are like it's really important, especially friends. Like I always say, like my friends are like my family, and like I really cherish those relationships. And you'll be the same. Like every single day I'm around my friends. Like I'm so lucky to have that. I know there's people that'll maybe like go to their work in the morning and they come home and whatever, blah blah blah. But like I am literally surrounded by like friends, groups of people all day, every day, and it just genuinely makes my life so enjoyable. And although when I was in Bali I had that as well, in Australia, like I think if I moved to Australia it would be so lonely. Even though you would make friends anyway, I don't know, maybe it would be in the first few years.
It's also like a culture thing as well. Like I feel like Scottish people are very particular, like in the things that we find funny and the humour, and like I don't think anyone's ever made me laugh as much as what Scottish people have. Like Scottish people are so funny, and I think being somewhere like that, obviously you're going to meet like some Scots and stuff, but I do feel like a lot of people that I know anyway that have moved over to Australia end up in a group of Scottish friends. And I just think you would really miss.
Congie apparently is like literally just Irish folk,
right?
Just like a community of Irish people. I listened to a podcast once and it spoke about how like Scottish men are the funniest, and then that means that Well, not sure.
No,
But
I would agree to be fair.
Scottish men are like
not
some of
all
the
of them.
funniest. So that's why like Scottish women don't really find any other guy funny.
Yeah.
So it's hard to impress them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I would agree. I feel like Scots are really funny
Yeah,
and they've
they
got
are.
good pattern.
Yeah.
It's just like they just, I don't know, it just flows better. And I would say I would agree. Like whenever like someone was like maybe like chatting you up or whatever, I'm just like, it's not. You're not doing it for me, pal.
Yeah.
You're not funny.
And I think Australia is just like, it's quite a difficult place to get to if you were to have like, if you were to move there. You
Yeah.
couldn't, not that you would move somewhere and expect people to come and visit you anyway, but you would hope that people would. But like for somebody to go to Australia, like that's like a once every 4 years kind of holiday.
Oh,
Like you save
huge.
up for a long time and then you go to Australia and then you don't have a holiday for years later. So you're almost asking people to, you know,
Fork out all this
dedicate-
money.
yeah,
and,
like, it's a lot,
A lot of
whereas
time and energy. And
so
it's
many
just,
people in Dubai and stuff, like Dubai, as much as
Wee
it's
bit
still Dubai,
closer.
it's only 8 hours. It's
Yeah.
not the worst, you
A
know,
wee bit
like
closer. Yeah.
but Australia just, I think, feels like a world
I would
away.
definitely love to go back and travel it like much more. Like I would probably spend like 6 months actually traveling Australia. It's bigger than Europe. I didn't realise that.
Yeah,
It's huge.
yeah.
Massive. So much to see, so much to do. Would travel it. Don't know if I would move there. Bali, plans are to go back at the end of this year for November, December and January. Which obviously means I'll be apart from you again. But Christmas and New Year, I've always, well, ever since me and my ex broke up, I've always just had a tough time at Christmas because I always just felt dead lonely. Because like my family and stuff, it would just be like us, and I would just get dead sad, and like unless I was with my friends, like I would just get so sad with it. It was so annoying. And I remember not that year there, but the year before, I literally spent like 3 days in Sophie's house because I didn't want to go home. And like I've got my own fucking issues or whatever, right? And then like I'd done that like 3 years in a row, and I was just in this fucking pit of depression for like 3-4 weeks around like December, January time, which is terrible. So that is probably like one of the reasons why I was like, I don't want to be here around that time, because I want to make a change for it. And I ended up having a really nice time. Obviously I went away with Sharanjit and we were together over Christmas, which was so weird. We literally woke up on Christmas morning and we just sat at the pool and we just had a coffee and we ordered breakfast. And like Christmas is not a thing there in Bali. Like it's not, like some shops and restaurants will have some decorations, but like it's not really a thing.
Yeah.
And then New Year, obviously got to spend that in Australia with Caris and stuff. But again, it was just different. Like we sat in a park and we got on it and had a laugh and watched the fireworks, and like it was just different. Whereas that was the least I had drank alcohol like on a Christmas period, and I think alcohol just doesn't sit well with me. You know, you know yourself, like when we have that anxiety on a Sunday, Monday when we do drink, it's awful. We don't drink a lot, but when we do, it's terrible. And I think around that period of time, so many social events are like based upon drinking alcohol, and I would always get so caught up in it.
Yeah.
And I'd end up like drinking like 5 days in a row and then being like feeling awful, and I'm like, I just can't. Obviously that's like my doing, like I can decide to say no, but I was like, being out of that environment was so nice. But would have wished to have been here or spent some time with you. Yeah. Because Christmas was a bit different for you.
Yeah, it was. Maybe next year I'll come again on Mum, shut your ears.
We'll go with your mum.
No.
No, your mum will go with us.
No, yeah, Christmas was a bit different. Most people that listen will probably know.
Most people listen will know, yeah.
My dad passed away in September last year. Again, I don't know if we'd spoke about it on this before. He had cancer for like 3 and a bit years. And then he was actually having a really good year in 2023, kind of started off pretty positive.
Went to the wedding in Cyprus.
Yeah, we were all in Cyprus together for the wedding. Like he went on holiday and stuff with my mum. He actually was advised to not go on holiday with my mum before they went, because there was a few things that weren't quite making sense and not adding up properly. And then my dad said to my mum, no, because this might be the last holiday that we get to go on, so they went on holiday, and it was like, I think they maybe had 3 days left or something, and they woke up and my mum said it was just yellow, like he had like really bad jaundice. Basically, long story short, the cancer was then in his liver, and then obviously things kind of started to go a wee bit downhill from there, so he got like an operation and stuff, and then like 6 weeks later he reluctantly went into the hospice and then passed away like a couple of days after there. So Christmas definitely was different. I think people really hype it up as well, that it's going to be different. Like everyone you speak to can't just say how was your Christmas or enjoy your Christmas. It's going to be different for you this year. It's going to be different.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah, people are quite pressing with opinions on that kind of thing, which is it's always coming from a point of like care and love. I think like everyone that you're dealing with and speaking to, they're saying the things that they're saying because they care about you. But
you hate a fuss.
I hate a fuss. I absolutely hate a fuss. If you don't already know that, I don't know how you don't know that.
I was like, when this was all happening, like around like your dad's passing and Christmas, New Year, I was just like giving you the least because I was like, she doesn't want it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny how like you deal with stuff, but obviously that meant that it was just me, my mum and my sister.
Yeah.
But my sister works away now, so she wasn't even home for like until maybe like mid-November or something. I think she came back, which was actually really nice that she came back, because obviously up until then it had just been me and my mum once Emily went back to work after like being off for like what is that called? Grievance, like leaving. But yeah, it was different, but it definitely makes you grateful for what you have. But obviously things like that are never going to be the same. But I also think like what you're saying, like Christmas and New Year, it is such a sad time, because I always think like back to the best Christmases and New Year's and stuff that I ever had. I was like 10, 11, 12, like old enough to be involved, but like still a kid, and still like got all the excitement from it and loved it. And like I think there's definitely part of probably everybody that feels like a bit sad when you're older, that especially it's just never going to be that again.
If you're single or you don't have kids.
Yeah, there's not really so much like
there's
magic
not really
to it.
much. There's less magic, and
yeah,
I think for me, like that was such a fun time for me and my ex, like because his family would do like a wee party and like whatever else, and we'd just have such a great time, and my family would as well, so it was just such a busy time. But even my side of the family, like the celebrations changed, so like I wouldn't see my cousins anymore, so it was just like a small, there would just literally just be my mum and my dad. And like the year previous, like a tough thing happened around that time, and I was just like, it's just an awkward time sometimes. So I think being away was actually quite nice. You ended up going away actually.
Yeah, so
New
me and
Year
my
as well.
mum went away to Lanzarote, because we were like, we're not going to stay here for New Year. And obviously just like it was just pointless. So we went away on the 28th, I think.
And a different environment.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, people was it not weird? And I was like, actually,
I didn't find it weird at all. I actually really enjoyed it. And
I really
because
enjoyed
New Year's it's obviously a global celebration. So regardless of where you are, New Year is going to come, you know, and it's like enjoying it in the environment that you're in. But yeah, we loved it. As much as it was a bit different, it was good.
I would definitely, I know I'm planning on being away like November, December, January, but if I wasn't, I would probably, I wouldn't mind being here for Christmas, but I would plan to go away from like the 26th onwards. Yeah, I think it's a nice day, a nice way to start your year as well.
Yeah. Like, and I think so.
Yeah,
it's like different culture, different people. Even like what you were saying about people looking after themselves, like it was the same there. Like everyone was like up in the morning, like on the beach, going to walk, going to swim, going to CrossFit, going to the gym, going to run. Like it was so pleasant. But I was actually saying this is not completely off topic, but I said to a few people when I was away, like generally speaking, like do you think if we lived in a warmer climate there would be less unhealthy people?
I was literally just about to go on to that actually, so like, let's just dive right the fuck in. Mate, because see the lifestyle, the difference in lifestyle in anywhere that we go to where it's warmer. It's like day and night.
I know, it's insane.
Everyone in Bali and Australia are up crack of dawn. Out walking, running, like
seeing the sun.
Everyone's just happier. And I'm like, Scotland is, I love my home. I love Scotland. but it is too fucking cold.
It's so cold. It's so wet. It's so miserable. I actually said this morning when I was coaching, oh, do you not just feel so much happier now? Like, because it was a 7 a.m. small group.
It's
And
a wee bit
don't you just feel
lighter.
so much happier? Like, look at the light. And one of them was like, yeah, but it's still miserable. And I'm like, she's so right. Like, it is still fucking miserable.
Do you know-
But I'm that used to and that deprived of sunlight that I was like, it's
A wee-
sunny.
a wee bit of sun, you're like, oh, come
there's
on.
actually a white sky because it's about to snow, and I'm like, it's so much better.
We had there was like, was it yesterday or the day before? It was quite nice. I was like, oh my god,
I know.
like it's blue outside. Like,
I know.
what the fuck?
I know.
So bad.
Yeah, I always think Scotland would be so perfect if it was
Oh, you bet sunnier.
sunny. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have like a beautiful summer this year.
I know. See if you were guaranteed from
That
like
brings
April,
you on to the point.
our summer holiday. Did the hold down, throw down.
Right, this is what the plan is, right?
This is our big goal
This
of this
is
year.
this is like our big goal, like a big holiday for us that will be one. It requires us to take actual time off from work, like in person, online, full jazz, and obviously it's going to cost a lot of money. So we need to like make sure
We need to work hard.
we need to work hard, save, make sure we're like in a good position to do it. So we're going to fly to Miami. We'll be in Miami for like 4 or 5 days.
By the way, apparently that's the most expensive place on
It's
earth.
good to start with that then.
And I was like, fucking hell. Like, somebody I know was there and she was
I
telling
know
me
a few
about
people that have been
prices,
there.
and I was like,
Well, listen to this.
Bro.
Actually, I know 2 girls that went. They go to commando, and one of them's actually moved to Australia. They went and she were like, "If you're a girl, living, they'll get paid for you." And I'm like, "Hi." And she was like, "Just if you're a girl, you'll
Wow.
be fine." And I was like, "Well." Anyway, we'll be in Miami for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Then we're going to drive to Orlando. We'll spend some
Heather's
time.
never been to like Disney World.
No, I've been to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Oh.
Like Orlando, Florida, and those parks. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can just imagine your stupid face and your laugh like, oh my fucking god. Oh my
Mate, that's offensive. Yeah, so when we're going to drive to Orlando, we're just going to spend like, I don't know,
I don't know,
a
a night
few
or
days
two,
there,
yeah.
and then we'll go from Orlando to Nashville. But that's like a 10-hour drive, so we're going to
Nashville.
stop at a few different places. We'll pick whatever, and then we'll be in Nashville for like
a week.
a week, and then mate, oh my god, I followed someone on Instagram that does line dancing, so we need to learn.
Yeah, we need to go to
That's from
classes.
Nashville. Yeah. And then we'll be in Nashville for a week or whatever, and then we're going to fly from Nashville to New York because that's so cheap. All
it's
the in-house
mad.
flights are mad cheap. Anyway, get to New York, spend a few days there, and then fly home.
And it's going to be fucking
It's
great.
going to be the best trip ever.
I cannot wait to go to Nashville.
See, when I was
Hey,
like,
little lady. Wanna dance?
I'm like, absolutely.
Don't you ask me twice. They're like, what? I don't understand. I'm actually having these like mad dreams that like I'm gonna go up and sing and play guitar, and like somebody's gonna sign me a contract, and me and Heather can just live in Nashville for the rest of our days. Like, I cannot fucking wait.
Mate, it's going to be unreal. Just as you're talking about the guitar, I started to go have my guitar lessons.
Did you?
Yeah, with my dad.
Oh, right.
My dad taught me to play the guitar like years ago. I must have been like 14 or 15, and I was off school for like 3 weeks, and I was ill and I was so bored, so I just started learning how to play guitar, and I done it for like 13 hours straight one day, and I was just like, because I had nothing to do, but I was just like getting well good at it, watching YouTube videos. What's that song, Wonderwall?
Yeah.
Learned how to play that, obviously. And then never touched it again after.
I know. I've not played in
my
ages.
dad and my uncles are all like great singers and like can all play instruments and all that, and I'm like, well, I'm useless and I can't sing, so I was like,
See if you're like.
see if I'm decent by the time we get to Nashville.
See if you're, see if you're like speaking to somebody, do you like try and impress them and tell them that you can play guitar?
I can play Wonderwall now. I will when I get to Nashville.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, so that summer,
yeah, that'll be unreal.
guitar playing and cowboys.
So much. We've actually got the busiest lives ever for the next few months. Obviously you've got your small group stuff, and then your shoot 12-week peak is happening. Then we've got our ball. Obviously podcast for the next few months, and then
Laughs and Lifts events.
laughs and lifts events.
There's a lot happening. It's all steam ahead.
Yep.
Full steam ahead.
All steam
all
ahead.
steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. Choo choo, get on.
Can I also just say, it was pancake day yesterday.
I never had a pancake.
Right. Well, I had 8, but that's I know how
What,
bad is
the
that?
fat ones?
Like 8 fat pancakes.
So see when people,
But a
I
fat
think, right,
girl.
wait the now, crepes or pancakes?
No, like American pancakes.
Like the fat ones?
Yeah, I
that's
do like
fine.
a crepe though, but I had pancakes yesterday. I bought 2 packets from Aldi and ate them all by
I'll eat
myself.
a crepe, but like it's not my first choice.
Anyway, it's pancake day.
Sorry.
See people that eat protein pancakes.
Just have a normal fucking pancake.
Literally. Like, honestly, I actually went on my Instagram yesterday and went straight back off it because if I seen one more coach post,
Oh,
here's my protein pancake recipe.
Yeah.
See, if I'm eating a pancake, I do not fucking want to taste an oat or a banana or any of that
just
shit.
have a pancake.
I want to taste a sugary, buttery, fluffy pancake coated with Nutella, strawberries, scooshy cream, lemon, sugar. I want that.
What you
I don't want your fucking shite protein pancakes. It's see anyone that eats that and is like, it's bullshit. You're lying.
Yeah.
You are fucking lying. It's not nice.
Stacking still.
I feel like you eat protein pancakes and I'm like this.
ASMR. Do you think they can hear that?
Cardboard pancakes. They can definitely hear that. Yeah, no, fucking not for me. Shite. Honestly,
yeah.
shite.
Not for me either.
No,
Stacking still.
shite. Do you not think that's good?
Do you not be? If you be,
I only went when it was in Silverburn. Is it still there?
I don't know. I've been twice and I enjoyed it.
See, if I'm
both
out for
times.
brunch though, I'm much more of like a eggs and hollandaise sauce
Yeah.
than now I am like
But Stacking still, you
pancakes.
go to Stacking still for pancakes.
I
You don't get
know.
anything else.
But then
in.
that's not like a meal. That would be like a mid afternoon snack. And I'd need to have my dinner after it.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if we were out for brunch and we both got eggs and then we got a wee side of pancakes, I'd do that.
Aye.
But like my wee sister could go in and get something sweet like that. Like she loves those mad bowls with the yogurts and shit. Again, I'm not really into that.
I
Like
got
just
one
give
of
me
them.
Weetabix.
I got one of them in Bali. And it
Bali.
was
I had
horrific,
one as well, and I
it
felt like there was
shite.
ants like blended
I
up
was
in
like,
it. There was
what
wee
is that?
bits.
It's just juice.
I know. No.
It felt like it was like orange juice that had been put in my freezer,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you took it
And then
out
like
and tried
mushed
to mash
up.
it up a
Yeah,
bit.
no, I know. I don't really like them.
There was
I'm not into them.
there was
And all the
nothing to it.
seeds and they get stuck in my teeth.
Just a bit shite, and it was fucking freezing.
And it's so expensive and all
Aye.
for yogurt. Yeah, I'm not really on that hype. I'm actually not really on any big fitness hypes, to be honest. Had salmon last night for my dinner.
How was it?
It was really nice.
So how did you? So I meant to message you.
So many
when I
people
buy
replied.
salmon, when I buy salmon from like Aldi or Lidl, they come in these wee funny packs, but you can just pop them in the microwave and it kind of blows up in the microwave.
Oh,
Not blows up, but the plastic obviously expands.
maybe that was what I bought, by the way.
And it was it
It's like
suction?
suctioned.
Yeah, do
Oh,
this. Right, next time
alright,
you do this, just
okay.
put it in the mic. Take a picture of it. And
It's got sweet chilli on it.
Yeah, it's the Aldi and the Lidl.
Yeah, I got that
it's a free
yesterday.
shop. Do this. Just put it in your microwave. Put it in there for like, I don't know, maybe we'd pack it, and it just cooks it, and it's fine. It's beautiful.
Oh.
So nice.
Well, no, I like
Did you
opened
take-
it
Oh, you
and I
could put it in
took.
the oven though.
I just took one bit out and I put it in tin foil
Mhm.
with like a bit of honey
Yep.
and like a bit more seasoning.
Yep.
And then I folded it up, put it in the air fryer for 15 minutes.
Oh,
Had it with rice and avocado, and it was fucking amazing.
I used to have salmon.
It's so fishy though,
all
isn't it?
it stinks out your gaff.
Like,
It's
oh my
not
god!
good.
Like, see when people
like
smell
your
a
gaff will
fish.
just smell like that now.
Yeah, well, like I don't. We're not really like a fishy family, so
Yeah, I know what
like
you mean.
I never really used to understand like when people would smell like fish. And now I'm like, I
Fuck, it's
probably.
smelling like fish.
No, but you know you can smell that off people's clothes sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought I probably smell
My
like
dad
that
will
today.
sometimes make salmon and like we don't eat fish that much, but like if
Yeah.
we do, like my dad just goes all out and
Yeah.
cooks like fucking 6 salmons and
I think it's
so
really good
stinking.
for you.
It's so good for you. You should have it at least like once a week.
Well, I'm on the fish hype.
Yeah.
That's the health
So
hype.
I
that I'm
used to
on.
take when I was vegetarian and then became pescatarian. I had salmon like every single day, and I
Yeah.
had that every single day, and I would cook it in the microwave, and it was fucking howling,
Yeah,
howling.
stinks.
But it tastes so nice
It was good.
and so good for you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for listening. It's been
I
nice
hope you
to-
enjoyed.
Yeah, it's been nice to be here again. Next week we will be back with a little bit more fitness content. We're going to be chatting about High Rocks.
It is
all
coming up.
Yep, all things functional fitness. If you're from Glasgow, which you probably are and are around the areas, you'll maybe be doing High Rocks. So
3rd and 4th of March. What is that? Like 3 weeks away?
yeah,
Yeah.
So tune in. We'll give you some advice on how to thrive.
How to thrive at High Rocks.
Yep.
I honestly couldn't think of anything worse. Never doing that again.
Well,
in my
I'm
life.
competing in it now.
Yeah, so see ya. No, thanks for listening, guys. We hope you all enjoyed. Episode
Number 1.
1 is done. 1 and done.
Bye, guys.
Bye.